Well, we have some unfortunate breaking news out of the city of Detroit, and that is just coming from the Detroit Lions Twitter account not too long ago. The Detroit Lions are going to have to forfeit a OTA. We only have 3 more days left for the fellas being together until we break for the summer, and they're going to have to forfeit one of the days. You can see from the banner there that the June 10th OTA practice will be forfeited. I'm going to show you why right here. This is a statement from the Detroit Lions Twitter, and it reads as follows. It says, on Friday evening, the organization was made aware by the NFL and the NFLPA, or Players Association, that organized team activities, or OTA practices, held the week of May 27th, so that was almost 2 weeks ago, violated player work rules pertaining to on-field physical contact pursuant to the collective bargaining agreement. You may know it as the CBA. As a result, the team's OTA practice schedule for Monday, June 10th has been forfeited. We take very seriously the rules set forth within the NFL's offseason program and have worked to conduct our practices accordingly. We will continue to be vigilant with our practices moving forward. Now, this is one of the reasons that I don't really care for Adam Schefter, because look at this. He says Lions admitted they violated player work rules pertaining to on-field activities, on-field physical contact. I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. It says on Friday evening, the organization was made aware. So how are you going to admit that you violated when you were made aware that you violated? So Adam Schefter, man, I really don't understand what's going on with him. So this is unfortunate because we only have a few practices left. I mean, this is it. This is it. We had, and when I say practice, I'm saying OTA. We had June 10th, 11th, and 12th, and then the guys are going to break until we come back for training camp. That's when the Detroit Lions will be back. That is probably going to be a month to 6 weeks away. Those dates will come out sometime this month, and that's unfortunate because that's one less day that we have and that the guys have to kind of hone their skills, man. And even though, we're talking about rookies and all the veterans weren't going to be here most likely. We know Lee McNeil was going to be here, but the rookies and those guys, that day is going to be taken away from them, which is unfortunate. Now, this is for player safety and things like that, and it is very unfortunate indeed. Okay, so here I looked up the the collective bargaining agreement, and I think I know what exactly happened. Well, no, let me take that back. I don't know what exactly happened. I think I have an idea of what they could be referring to when they talk about the physical contact rule that was violated. So I found this. Let me see. All right. I might need to blow this up so I can read it a little better. All right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that should be big enough. All right. So bear with me here. I'm going to read what I think. Okay, let me see. Yep. What I think happened. So the Detroit Lions are in phase 3. Okay. And I got to find it because I had it. Had it. All right. And then I lost it. Okay, here we go. I found it. All right. So here is what was said. Okay. I got 2 screens. I got a screen over here that you guys see, and then I'm reading the screen to my right so I can see because there's a glare to the left side, so it's better to my right. So here's what I think happened as to why the Detroit Lions got this OTA taken away. Check this out. All right. You know what? I'll try to read it from here because I need to be able to see where I'm at. Okay, phase 3, during phase 3, there's a part that says no live contact. Here we go. All right. I'm going to try to read it from here because I can scroll on this side. All right. It says, this is during phase 3, which is what the Detroit Lions are in now. It says no live contact is permitted. No one-on-one offense versus defense drills are permitted, i.e., no offensive lineman versus defensive lineman pass rush or protection drills. No wide receiver versus defensive backs bump and run drills, and no one-on-one special team drills, I'm right here, involving both the offense and defense are permitted, except that outside of the 10-yard line, simulated press coverage is permitted using hand placement versus jamming during 11-on-11 drills, and are where we at? Drills and our related position group one-on-one drills, e.g., footwork and release work, no live contact, or bump and run. During simulated press coverage drills, hand contact between a defensive player and a receiver is permitted, provided the defensive player does not impede the receiver or alter his route and no live contact occurs. And there's much, much more, but that's pretty much probably what we're talking about right there. We're in phase 3. And if you go and you look at the NFLPA and the CBA, all right, it has every phase broken down, what you can and cannot do, what was permitted and what is not permitted. Now, here's what I want to know. Is there a snitch in the building? Is it a snitch? What did it come from? The Detroit Lions? Maybe the Detroit snitched on them. The Lions snitched on themselves, put out a video. This, in my opinion, was not done egregiously. This was an oversight, which does happen. I mean, all of these Appendix G and all of these things that you have to remember, I'm sure it's somebody's job. It's probably specifically somebody's job to say, hey, coach, this is what we can and cannot do. Not to say that Dan Campbell didn't know this information, but coach, this is what we can and cannot do during this time of year. We cannot do this. We have to do things this way. We're allowed to do this if it's in this spot. I mean, this is a lot to remember. It's a lot to remember. And the Detroit Lions, I didn't read in that statement from the Detroit Lions that they admitted to wrongdoing. Obviously, if the NFL cracked down on them, they said they did, and they admitted that they're going to try to correct the situation going forward because they value player safety. I didn't see them admit to wrongdoing. They did wrongdoing, like they knew that they were doing it, right? So we know that we're not supposed to be doing this, but we're going to do it anyway because we don't care. I didn't see that at all. And that's what I got from Adam Schefter. Let me know if you got something different. But of course, you know, if the NFL say you did something wrong, you gonna fight that? You're gonna fight that? That's a losing battle right there. So what does that mean for the Detroit Lions? That means that the OTA for Monday will be forfeited. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that's going to be June 11 and 12. And then at that moment, that's it. The summer break is here, and we are off to the preseason or training camp, which to me starts the preseason. So let me know what you think, man. I mean, at this point, why even have it? If it's so many, I understand they're trying to protect the players, which is paramount. That's what we want to do. They already can wear the Guardian cap during games if they see fit, but we're trying to talk about player safety. And that's what's important. Player safety is what's important. That is the number one priority. Every year we see people go down, concussions, ACLs, ACLs, Achilles, the whole thing, right? So we see that happen and we don't want that to happen. But I mean, come on, man. If you, here's my thing. I wondered, it didn't specifically state this, but if you do one of these things that was mentioned, if you do just one, is that a violation? Is it one time is a violation? Is it 2 times? Is it 3? I want to know, are these things being videotaped by the NFL? Did the Detroit Lions kind of unknowingly tell on themselves? Is someone watching practices? Is it somebody's job to spy on the practices? Maybe they have somebody undercover. I don't know. But it's unfortunate because we are craving football at this point. We can't wait to get back. And they just took a day away from us. That would have been something exciting. You know what I mean? And now we have 2 days left and then that is it. So let me know what you think in the comments below, man. Again, got the breaking news that the Detroit Lions are guilty of violating the OTA kind of collective bargaining agreement. They have forfeited a day, and that day is going to be this Monday, June 10th, which leaves us with 2 days left. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that the Detroit Lions knowingly did this? Do you think it was an oversight? Do you think the NFL is being too strict? They already call it the no fun league. I mean, they try to cover up a lot of things and they talk about player safety, but I don't know. We can go down a whole rabbit hole about player safety. You talk about player safety, but you refuse to put in real grass, or when it comes to the players and their legs and feet and ankles and stuff, would you do what needs to be done for that? So I don't know. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, it's unfortunate because that takes a day away from us. And now, it's OTAs, but it's something to talk about, man. It's something to talk about. So give me your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Kind of sucks, man.